Hello there. Yeah, in about 2012, 2013, I started getting back into doing a bit of fancy art. So I tried my hand at making some smaller dragons, one of which sold really very well, and one I practically gave it away to a managing director of an engineering company, but a very highly skilled man himself, and he was very pleased with the job. So there you are, it's gone to a good home. I decided to do a centrepiece that was a little bit bigger. So this one's got a 12-foot wingspan, comes apart in 5 bits, so I can just about manhandle it myself. But that's where I took it. It wanted to be displayed in a number of ways. One on a log, so I can just dig a hole, put the log in the ground like a fence post, and put a dragon on it. And that can survive gale force winds, because that was in front garden for 2 or 3 years, and it coped with everything. It also wanted an internal stand, and I found this really quite good because I can only put things on the stand. It allowed people to sit next to it and gool about with it a little bit. It was strong enough for even people to sit on it as well. But a lot of artists and makeup artists and a few celebrities adorned themselves around it and had their photographs taken. Over a period of a few years I've taken it to a few shows. But I was up in the ante a little bit and going full-time artist. And this poor girl had been neglected a little bit for a few years, so it was time to get a bit of clean up. It doesn't take terribly long. It also required a new log. Even though the short log was alright for the little stand, it wasn't really any good for just displaying it on the log anymore. So I found an old railway sleeper. I was donated a railway sleeper from a very close friend of mine, and I managed to give it a little bit of a chip and chisel. I then attacked the dragon a little bit with various types of wire wheels and copper burnishing wire and all sorts of things, you know, various grades of papers and things to get the various textured effects that I wanted. And it really doesn't take very long to do this. It's not the nicest of jobs. You get pretty grubby and stuff, but considering how old this thing is now, what are we, 2020, and I made this sort of finished 14, I can't remember, 14, 15, not sure, I'm going to look it up. Anyway, so there we are. I'm giving it a few coats of lacquer. Kind of wants 3, and I think this was my last one of the 3, so I'm running out of tin here and I'm just trying to hit the bits I haven't hit. And of course the head comes apart in a couple of comes in half. I did that so I could get the teeth to engage a little bit to make it look a little bit more realistic, and makes it also a little bit lighter, and it's the bit you don't want anyone to nick, that's for sure. But yeah, very proud of that head. Now also in the future, there was a point where I realised that this thing was going to be filmed professionally, so I needed to upgrade this a little bit. So the log was coming along beautifully, and after I finished it, it was all ready for shows and stuff. So quick blast on the wings, quick blast on the body. Also had an assistant friend that came over and wanted to kill a few days, and she was ready to show. And there she is at Hyde Hall. Had a photographer try to do something with it, and there it is, just about ready to be filmed by the professional film crew. Looked good at night, looked great during the day, and I'm just thoroughly proud of myself to get it to this stage. And along came the film crew just in time. So thank you very much for listening. That was my story about cleaning up a dragon. You could always fill it in with a few more details, but I'm pretty good at this.